This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, good morning. Welcome back. Yeah, today we are going to discuss about VPC in GCP. So what is VPC? How to create VPC in GCP? How to create custom IP ranges? We'll try to. So VPC already we discussed, right, in AWS. What is VPC? It is a virtual private cloud which is available in physical cloud, physical data center. Yeah, so virtual private cloud on GCP, right? So virtual network we can create in physical network, right? Fine. Yeah, so a global private isolated network partition that provides managed network functionality. So it is a global, flexible, scalable network functionality for resources on GCP like compute engine, app engine, Kubernetes engine, etc. Right? See here, if you want to connect your VPC from on-premises, how can we connect from local in your office? If you want to connect, or from our laptop, if you want to connect our VPC, how can we connect? So first we have to connect VPN, right? VPN is a gateway. So if you want to connect our office network, normally we connect VPN, right? The same way, when you want to connect your cloud network, first we have to connect VPN. Then VPN will allow you to connect your VPC, right? So in VPC, we have different subnets here. See here, subnet 1, subnet 2. This is a different range. This is also different range. Subnet 1 is 10.10.0.0/20, 10.50.0.0/20. Two different ranges, two different IP ranges. So if you want to connect your subnets, first you have to connect VPN. So VPN will allow you to connect your subnets. Instead of the subnets, you'll be having virtual machines, VMs. So see here, in the VPC, two different locations are there. See here, US West, US East. So the same VPC, we can create different locations, right? Next one, advantages. The whole point of VPC is isolation. So normally while creating servers, okay, we use a default VPC. Default VPC will not have any security, right? So when you use default VPC, so default VPC will not have any security, right? So when we create custom VPC, means our own VPC, we can easily implement the security, but default VPC will not have any security. So instances inside the VPCs can talk each other using private IP addresses. VPCs are global, VPCs are private and secure using IAM and firewalls. So to secure your servers network, we can use IAM and firewalls. They are flexible and scalable. They support multi-tenancy. What is tenancy? We discussed already in AWS, right? What is tenancy? Dedicated space. In data center, we can create dedicated space for the project teams. So as per the project requirement, so normally banking domains, insurance domains, they use dedicated tenancy, right?
Ram, you said in default VPC you don't have any security. So Google won't provide any security for default VPC?
Good question. Yes. Default VPC security will be there. Cloud is all about security. But when you want to segregate your network within the organization, normally, so different projects are there, for example. So Default VPC is very security, but so when you divide into different VPC, that is more secure. You can control the traffic, right? Yeah, default VPC also security, but VPC, custom VPC is more secure, right? Yeah. Now, types of VPC. So auto mode, custom mode. So automatically create with a single subnet in each region when you select auto mode. But custom mode manually created. No subnets are created by default. So in custom mode, we can create our custom ranges, our own IP ranges. Right. So in AWS, we created auto mode, right? In AWS, we use templates, default ranges. But here we create our own ranges, custom ranges. In AWS also you can create, right? Yeah. Fine. Subnet. What is subnet? Subnet is a logical partition of the network. Subnet is a sub network. Instead of the large network, we can create sub network, right? So this is referenced by a IP address prefix range, right? So there should be no overlapping in IP address in subnets. VPCs are global, but subnets are regional. Fine. So what is IP address? So every machine in a VPC will have internal IP address. So it can also have external IP. So VM knows their internal IP, but not their external IP, right? So external IPs are chargeable if not used. This is the condition in GCP. External IP, if you are not using, some charges will be applied, right? Yeah. Now every VM has a IP address which is primary to it. It can hold more IPs. They can be secondary IPs. Example: secondary IPs can be effective in the uses of containers. Firewalls. What is firewall? Firewalls are the rules that control the flow to allow traffic travel from one instance to other instance within VPC or outside VPC. So firewalls can be ingress, means inbound rules. Ingress can be outbound rules, inbound, outbound traffic, right? So they can be allow, deny rules. Yeah, these are the things. Fine. Now, so we can create one custom VPC and we can create some subnets instead of the subnets VPC. And instead of the subnets, we can create VMs. And how can we allow traffic? How can we deny traffic? We'll try to understand. Right? Any questions here? Up to here, any questions, anyone? Clear, right? console.cloud.google.com. This is my GCP account dashboard. Now you can search here, or else you can go through navigation menu, go down here, compute, go down here, networking. See here, click on VPC network. Yeah, so see here, these are all default VPCs, different regions, different VPCs, default VPCs. US Central one, Europe West one, US West one, Asia East one. These are all default VPCs available instead of the regions. Different regions are there, right? Yeah. See here. So this is the IP ranges. These are the IP ranges and gateways, gateway range, right? So yeah. Fine. Now what I will do? So I want to create one custom VPC, right? So click on create VPC here. Yeah. Now you can give the VPC name. So I can give training VPC, right? Yeah, see here, lowercase letters only it will allow. Numbers, right? So numbers, yeah. So this numbers also it will be allowed. Hyphens also it will be allowed, right? So most, yeah. Here if you select capital letter, it will not accept. So here it is giving some error. Lower cases only, right? Fine. So description, if you want to give description, same description you can give. This is optional. And subnets. Subnets lets you create your own private cloud, whatever topologies different you can create, right? So subnet creation mode, custom mode, automatic. If you select automatic, one subnet will be created. Okay. So now I want to choose custom, right? So now here I want to create subnets. I want to create subnets here. New subnet, subnet name, subnet 1, region, US East 1. I can select US East 1. IP range, subnet IP range 10.0.0.0/24. Create, yeah, secondary range not required. Click on done. One subnet is created here. See here. Subnet 1 is created, right? So this is the subnet 1. I want to add one more subnet. Subnet 2, region US East 1, IP range 10.0.1.0/24. Click on done. Two subnets created here. I want to add one more subnet, third subnet. Subnet 3, region US East 1, range, yeah, 10.0.2.0/24. Click on done. These subnets are created, right? Now I can go and create this VPC. Click on create VPC. Yeah. Now yeah. So this is my, for example, this is my VPC. This is VPC, right? So instead of the VPC, I created three subnets, three different subnets. This is one subnet. This is another subnet. Yeah, these are the three different subnets, right? Subnet 1, I gave 10.0.0.0/24. Subnet 2, 1.0/24. Subnet 2, subnet 3, we gave 2.0, subnet 3, right? So we created three subnets here, right? So three different subnets we created, and now what I will do, I want to create three different VMs in the three different subnets. Okay, so here I want to create one server which is web server. Here I can create one app server. Here I can create one DB server, right? So I want to create three servers in three different subnets, right? So yeah, once I create this, if I enable firewalls, these servers will communicate each other, right? Because when I enable firewalls, right, I can allow traffic. If I want to allow traffic, I can enable the firewall, right? So here, what will happen? These subnets, each other, they will communicate like this. Fine. Now, so if we want to enable these firewalls, we have to enable some port numbers, some ports. We have to enable some port here. Okay. So what are the ports we required to enable the allow the traffic? So here different ports should be enabled, which are like first port number, TCP port, we should be enabled. TCP port. What is the TCP port? Port number? TCP port. Yeah. So sorry, not. So don't confuse it. Okay. SSH port, by mistake I do. SSH port. What is the SSH port number?
24.
22.
22 port. To connect Linux server, we use SSH port number, right? 22 port number. So, and also we required one HTTP port, HTTP. What is HTTP port number? 80. 80. Why we required HTTP port number? To communicate each other, right? And also database port number. We require one database port number, DB port number. Anyone? Any guess what is DB port number? 3306. Okay. So this port should be enabled, and also if you want to communicate, if you want to enable communication, we require one more port number, which is ICMP. ICMP. What is ICMP? Anyone? It is the Internet Control Messaging Protocol. So if you want to communicate each other, if you want to enable traffic, so we have to enable ICMP port number, so that traffic will be allowed from one server to other server, one subnet to other subnet, right? So this port should be enabled so that we can communicate each other, right? Now, currently we created 3 subnets, right? Subnet 1, subnet 2, subnet 3. Now what I will do, this is our custom VPC here, training VPC. These are the 3 subnets. These are the IP ranges. Now what I will do, on each subnet I want to create one server. Okay. First subnet I create web server and app server and DB server. Right. Now go to navigation menu. Go down here. Compute engine. Click on VM instance. Now I want to create one instance here. Create instance. Yeah. Instance name I can give web server. Web server. Now I can select region here, which is US East 1. Now server series, I can select N1 series only. Basic server I require. I don't want to use, I don't want to use higher capacity server. I want to use only basic machine, right? Yeah. Next one. Go down here. Yeah. Boot disk is 10 GB. Debian OS, it is fine. Next one is go down. So click on networking here. Click on networking. Click on this. Networking. Network tags. Network tags. Yeah, you can select your server name, tag name, web server. Now Go down here, network interfaces. So by default, it is showing default network, but we require custom network here. Custom range required here, right? So click on this. Now it is showing default one. Click on this. This is our custom VPC. Select this. Subnet one by default selected here. Subnet one. These are the subnets, right? So in subnet one only, I'm going to create web server, right? So select subnet one. Now click on done. Right? Once you click on done, after that you can click on create. Once you click on create, server will be created. First server we are going to create in subnet one.
That Firebase is not enabled.
Yeah, we'll see that. Wait for some time. Yes, understand. Yeah. Now click on this. Open the server. Click on this web server. Go down here. Check the networking here. See here. This is our custom VPC. Network interfaces. Custom VPC subnet one. Right. This is the external IP, internal IP. Right. Fine. Next one, we can create one more server, which is app server. In subnet 2, we can create app server. VM instances, click on create instance. App server. Select your region. Now select your server here, N1 series server. Go down here. Click on networking. Yeah, networking. Select your tag, app server. Go down here. Click on network interfaces. Click on this. Now we can choose your network here, custom network. Subnet 2 we have to select here, subnet 2. Right. Go down, click on done. Now click on create. Second server is creating now. App server is creating. Yeah, now it is created. So third one, create instance. This is DB server. Database server. Select your region. Series, N1 series, basic mission. Go down here. Networking. Click on networking. Select your tag here. Go down here. Click on networking interface. Select this network. Select your training VPC. Subnet 3. Click on done. Now click on create. Yeah, so 3 servers created right here. 3 different servers created here in the same custom network, right? Yeah, fine. Now, once we create this, now what I will do, I want to connect web server first. Okay. So if you want to connect web server, how can we connect? Go to SSH, open in browser window, right? Click on open in browser window. So this will not be connected because we haven't enabled firewalls. Firewall rules we haven't enabled, right? So if you want to connect your server, firewall rules should be enabled, right? So here this server will not be connected. Wait for 1 or 2 minutes, 1 minute only. Will show you some error. Now after that we create firewall rules. See here, so you are getting some error, right? Now what we will do, so when we get this error, so we can check why it is not here. So we haven't, we are unable to connect to the VM on port 22, right? So what we have to do here, yeah, now we have to enable firewall rules here. Then only, so it will allow you to connect, right? So to enable firewall rules, search here, firewall. So firewall rules we can enable network level. So yesterday we created one VM, right? VM level we enabled yesterday, but network level we can enable today. While creating VM, firewalls will be, we check the firewalls, 2 firewalls yesterday. But here in VPC level, we can enable the firewalls, right? Yeah, now click on firewall. Yeah, these are all default firewall rules, default firewalls, whatever firewalls available instead of the console, right? Now click on create firewall rule, name, firewall 1. Fine. Next one, network. It is showing default network. We have to choose our own network, custom network, right? So next one, priority. Priority 1000 is the highest priority, topmost priority, right? So normally we choose different priorities. So this is the topmost priority. You can choose as is. Next firewall when we create, you can choose second priority. Okay, I'll show you that. See here, direction of traffic ingress. Ingress
So
means
the priority can be 0 to 65535. So you are saying 1000 is highest priority?
okay, I'll show you. Wait for some time. Okay. Yeah, ingress means inbound traffic. Okay. Yeah, this is 0 to 65535 means what does it mean? In AWS we created, right? Maximum. Security groups. In AWS security groups we enabled, right? RDCP. The same way here also priority can be 0 to 65535, but we can showcase here 1000. Highest means 1000. By default it is showing highest 1000. You can choose that, right? Direction of traffic ingress, inbound traffic. So action or match, allow only, allow, right? So targets, which targets? Okay, so targets you can choose here. Target ranges. Okay, so which targets you want to choose here? Okay, IP ranges 0.0.0.0/0. What does it mean?
It's allow all traffic.
Allow all traffic, right? So 1 second, specified targets should not use this. We have to choose all instances in the network. We have to choose like this. Okay, so even though if you want to restrict any traffic, any ranges, you have to choose specified targets, but here we have to choose all instructions in the ranges. So source filter IP ranges, IPv4 ranges. Here you can give the range like 0.0.0.0/0 means all ranges, all traffic, right? Yeah. Next one. Second source filter, nothing to require, nothing to give here. Next one, protocols and ports. Specified protocols and ports. I select TCP here. I can enable. See here, 22 port number is SSH port. 80 port number is HTTP port number. 3306 is DB port number. We have 3 types of servers, right? That is why I am enabling these 3 port numbers, right? Now click on create this rule. Once you create this rule, what will happen? We'll see here. Yeah. So firewall rule is creating now. See here. Firewall rule is successfully created. Now go to, yeah, so see here, browser in window, right? So this is a web server I tried to connect, right? So now if you retry this, we are able to connect. Okay, click on retry. See here, now we are able to connect. So from web server, I'm able to connect the console, right? Yeah. Now what I will do, I want to ping app server from web server. Ping app server, not pinging. Also, I want to ping database server. Ping DB server, not pinging. Why it is not pinging? We have to enable one more port, which is a communication port, which is ICMP. This port should be enabled, ICMP port. Then only this communication will be established, right? Yeah. Now go to console here. So click on this firewall one, edit this firewall one, click on edit this, go down here. Now select other protocols and give ICMP. ICMP. What is ICMP? Yeah. So click on save. Once you save this, now on the fly this will be applied. It will ping. It will start pinging. See here. Wait for a few seconds. Now it is pinging, right?
Ram, what is the port number of ICMP?
You can give just directly ICMP. No need to give any specific port number. You can give ICMP one. Okay. Yeah. Now it is pinging. Communication is established. But normally in real-time projects, right? So we can ping any server, but we should not ping to database server. So currently, see here, Control Z. Now I can able to ping app server. So currently this is my web server, right? I can ping app server, app-server. Now it is pinging, app server is pinging, right? So the same way, Control Z to stop this. Database server also, I'm able to ping here. So both the servers I'm able to ping, right? And even though currently I'm in web server, right? This is my web server. This is my web server. From web server, I'm able to ping DB server and app server. Right? Now, what I will do, I can open app server also. I want to connect app server also. This is app server.
So Ram, in AWS we didn't use ICMP, right?
That security groups we enabled, security different way we enabled. But here we require firewalls separately, right? Yeah. Now from app server, I can ping web server. This is web server. I'm pinging. I'm able to ping web server. Now I connect third one also, which is a database server. Yeah. So this is my database server. From database server, I can ping web server. Also, I can ping app server. See here? So I'm able to ping from database server to web server, web server to database server, app server to database server. So each other they are pinging because we enabled all the ports here. But here in real-time projects, we should not allow inbound traffic to the database server. So if you allow traffic to the database server, there may be chances to leak the data. That is why you should not allow inbound traffic to the database servers. That is why what we will do, if you want to restrict the traffic, what we can do, only particular server traffic I want to restrict. What we can do here, we can create one more firewall rule, right? Now, so go to firewalls, click on firewall. I want to create one more firewall rule. Click on firewall. Now firewall 2. Firewall 2. Network, you can select custom network. Priority, second priority, I want to give second priority here. 900, I want to give. First priority is whatever we configured, firewall 1. Second priority, 900 I'm giving. So direction of traffic, ingress, inbound traffic I want to control, right? So action or match, allow or deny. So what we can do here, this traffic we can deny or allow. Deny, right? So from web server to DB server, I want to stop the traffic. Web server to database server, right? Yeah, deny. See here, targets. So if you give all instances, what will happen? All traffic will be controlled, but I don't want to stop all traffic, right? So I want to specify targets only. Specified targets, okay? So specified targets, what we choose here, I can choose DB server targets. So I don't want to allow inbound traffic to the database server, right? So now go down here, source filter ranges. So filter ranges, from which traffic you want to control, from which range you want to control, that you have to provide here. From which range, right? So web server range, what is the web server range? 10.0.0.0/24. So from this range, I want to deny the traffic. You understand, right? So from this range only, I want to deny the traffic. So if I, now go down here. So here I can give TCP port range, I can give 3306, and also I can enable ICMP. Right? Now what I'm doing here, so create this firewall rule, second rule. Now this is the web server. See here, it is stopped. Traffic is denied. Now not pinging. It is not pinging. See here. Control C. So now I want to ping from web server to database server. It is not pinging. Ping is stopped because this range we restricted. So web server range, IP range we restricted here. But here from web server we can ping application server, app server. Now we can check here. Control C. We can ping app server here. So app server is pinging, but database server not pinging, right? Control Z. See here, database server is not pinging. Only web server range we restricted. Only web server range, right? From app server we can ping to the database server. See here. So this is the app server, right? So Control Z to stop this. From app server we can ping database server. See here, from app server we are able to ping. From web server we are unable to ping. Why we are unable to ping? Because of firewall rule. We restricted the traffic. But now I want to restrict this server also. So I want to restrict app server traffic also to the database server. For which what we will do? We go to firewall rule, second rule, edit this rule. Click on edit, go down here, see here. Currently web server range we restricted here, right? Now what I will do, I want to restrict app server also. 10.0.1.0/24. Save this. Now check here. This is stop. Even app server also ping, not pinging here. Control C. Now we can try to ping this database server. See here, not pinging. From web server, database server, we are unable to ping because firewall rule. So on the flight will be applied, right? So here, yeah, from web server also not able to ping. From app server also we are unable to ping because in this firewall we enabled roles here, right? So we restricted the traffic. So here this ranges I'm not enabling, I'm not allowing. So targets, specified targets, ranges, these ranges I'm not allowing to database, right? Now if I remove this app server range, if I save this on the fly, this will be ping. Now ping will be started. See here, ping will be started. Pinging, right? From app server to database server. But still web server to database server not pinging. Web server to database server not pinging, right? Now I can enable this one also. Go to firewall, edit here. Now remove this. Save. Okay. Right now what will happen? I remove this one also. Now web server also, from web server also can ping. Here now it will ping. It will start pinging. This will take some time to enable. Okay, I do one thing. So it is not updating. That is why what I will do. Simply I can delete firewall rule 2. I don't want to use firewall rule 2. I delete this. Immediately the ping will be started. See here. Once it is deleted, ping will be started. Web server 2 database. See here. Now ping is started, right? So this is the way we can stop the traffic, we can allow the traffic whenever we require, right? So in real-time projects, this is very important. Allow traffic, deny traffic is very important, right? Creating firewall rules, you can control the traffic. Fine. So this is the way we can restrict the traffic. Fine. Yeah. So this is very important concept. You can practice customized ranges. How can we create customized ranges? How can we create firewalls? How can we restrict the traffic? Okay. How can we allow, deny? So these are all very important concepts, right?
Ram, do we have ICMP option in AWS?
Yeah, you can check. It is available. Available. Without ICMP, you cannot communicate, right? Yeah. Now I can delete VPC also. Before that, I want to remove the servers first.
Then it will have both ICMP and TCP IP also. Another protocol.
Yes. Select instances, delete instances here.
Ram, I have one doubt.
Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, in firewall 1, we have mentioned the priority number is 1000. In firewall 2, we have mentioned as a 900. How it will work exactly?
Yes. Firewall
Yeah.
1, we gave priority 1000, right? That is topmost
Yes.
priority, right? So
Okay.
because, yeah, the communication established, right, between servers
Yes.
and also HTTP, HTTPS traffic, right? So that is topmost. When you want to restrict, means when you want to assign specified rules, you have to use second priority, which is 900. So even they can give you 800 also. That is not an issue. Okay. So priority 1, priority 2, like that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Next one, yeah, you can remove this VPC also. So VPC, once you practice this, you can remove. Otherwise, some charges will be applied. So you can remove the VPC once you complete your practice. Click on VPC, custom VPC, and delete the VPC network. Right? Yeah, this is the way you can perform the activity. Right? So this is very important. So Monday we work on storage part, bucket storages. In AWS we have S3, right? Same way, how to create bucket storage, how to connect that, we'll see. And also IAM is there. IAM also will work on. Okay. So tomorrow we don't have session. We'll connect back on Monday. Fine. Yeah. So we stop here. Fine. Thank you all.